Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. For the most part, the wild, the reckless, the foolish driver is encountered on the road after sundown. But occasionally, the highway patrol meets up with one in broad daylight. And sometimes, upon apprehending a reckless driver, the patrol finds more than it bargained for.
About that man in the convertible crane stopped on 91 today.
Oh, you mean the one with the head wound?
Mm-hmm, just got a line on him. He's been identified as Frank Douglas, a bank messenger. Lives in Crestfield, works here in town for the Urban Savings and Loan. Commutes.
A bank messenger?
Been missing since early this morning.
Was he carrying any cash?
Yes, but it wasn't on him when we found him, though. 53,000.
53? Well, can he talk?
No, he's still in a state of shock. It must have been a pretty bad blow somebody dealt him. According to Doc Kennedy, a few inches lower and he would have had it.
Well, when can we talk to him?
Well, the doc isn't sure. He says that no two people react alike to a head blow. Patient could come out of it at any time or never.
I'll tell you what you do. Check the denominations of the bill, see if the serial numbers were listed. Inquire around, see if anybody noticed whether he was being tailed or not. Then check his friends. Get everything you can on this Douglas and get it to me as fast as you can. Now, what about the car?
We checked it, nothing.
All right, release it to his wife. Call the bank, see how often he made this run. I'm going to the hospital. I want to talk to the doctor. Hello, doctor.
Oh, hello, Dan.
Could I see Mr. Lawson?
Yes, of course you can see him, but I'm afraid it won't do you much good.
Well, is he conscious?
He's awake. His eyes are open, but he isn't conscious. His wife is in with him now.
Did he recognize her?
There wasn't any reaction at all, not a flicker.
Is there anything you can tell me?
Well, although the blow Douglas received was a severe one, and certainly serious enough to induce a condition of shock by itself, there are certain conditions that lead me to believe that there might be a contributory factor.
Well, such as what?
An emotional blow of some sort. Something that hit him hard, suddenly, and unexpectedly. If my prognosis is correct, we can assume that the subconscious mind knows that the return to consciousness means that something unpleasant must be faced up to. So rather than face it, it prefers to remain in this trance-like state.
That's more or less of a withdrawal from reality.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you think caused this emotional wallop?
Oh, it could be any number of things. Oh, Mr. Mathews of the Highway Patrol, Mrs. Douglas.
He just lies there and stares at the wall.
Try not to worry. We'll do all we can for him.
But will he recover? Will he regain his senses?
We're hopeful that he will. Unfortunately, we don't as yet know the full extent of his injury.
Has your husband been worried or upset lately?
Oh, Frank never worried about anything. If something was on his mind, I'd have known. Even if he tried to hide it from me, I'd have known.
That money he was carrying, was that part of his job?
Well, I don't know. He never talked about his work.
Has your husband ever been ill before, like this?
A mental breakdown? Never. Isn't there something I can do?
The best thing for you to do is go home.
Well, I can't go home and just wait.
This may not be as long as you think, Mrs. Douglas. Patients have been known to come out of this very same condition just as suddenly as they went into it.
Well, will his memory be impaired?
I don't think so.
Well, I think I will go home. You'll call?
The instant I have something to tell you.
Any change?
No. I'm giving him a sedative. 5 cc's.
Say, doctor, what is this?
Vaccination scar. Recent, too. And these 2 small punctures, unless I miss my guess, they were made by antivirus inoculations.
Oh, sure.
Mean something to you, Dan?
Indeed it does. United States Public Health Service.
Oh?
They require 3 shots before issuing a passport to anybody going to the tropics.
Of course.
Yeah, it looks to me like $53,000 was going south.
Were you followed? Well, how is he?
In a trance. Shock, the doctor called it.
He's not talking. Good.
What at last? The doctor said he could snap out of it any time.
Then he'll have lots to say. Everything's gone wrong.
What is it?
I just called the office. My run's been postponed.
How long?
I don't pull out till tomorrow. I don't like it. None of it. It all started to go wrong when Frank comes home with the dough 2 hours earlier than he's supposed to. He steals the money, comes home to pick up his wife, and what happens? He overhears how you're planning to leave with the dough and me.
Stop worrying about Frank.
I tell you, he saw me.
But he doesn't know who you are. Oh, look, you're not going to fold up on me now, are you?
He'll talk when he wakes up, just to get even, like he threatened to do. The whole thing's botched up, the whole plan. Look, why can't we just take this car?
Because we wouldn't get very far. The car is known. But there's only one mistake we've really made. You've made.
Yeah?
The next time you club a man, make sure it lasts.
Yeah, what?
Right on the button. Local field officer of the Public Health Service reports that upon showing proof from a physician, let's see, I've got the name of the doctor here if you want it.
I don't want it.
Upon showing proof he'd received the necessary shots and vaccination, the Pan American Health Organization International Certificate number 043267, required by law for extended travel to Central and South America, was issued to a Frank Douglas of Crestville.
What date?
Date of issue, the 14th this month.
All right, what about his passport?
He applies for one the same day. Object, pleasure travel.
Yeah, sure, I bet $53,000 worth.
Was issued a week later, let's see, on the 21st this month.
And what about Mrs. Douglas?
Nothing. No health certificate, no passport application.
All right, get her maiden name, then check her again at the Passport Bureau.
Right. Think she could have been using a phony name?
No, you've got to produce a birth certificate.
Yeah. Could be Douglas is running out on her.
Or maybe it's the other way around. I think I'll go out to Crestfield and have a talk with Mrs. Douglas.
I'll have a search warrant authorized and ready for you just in case.
Good, right, thanks.
I'll take this.
What's the matter? Don't you trust me?
Of course.
Well, we're on our way, huh?
Not now, please. Look, Frank may be talking his mouth dry at this very moment, and it wouldn't take the police any time to catch us here.
Where are we going?
In town, the railroad station.
The railroad station, but I thought...
Paul, the idea of leaving by truck was a good one. Only because we figured they would have every other way out blocked, looking for Frank and the money. But they've got Frank. By tomorrow, I'm going to be the most sought-after girl in town. I just think it would be a better idea if we left now. Openly, by train. It's much better than waiting until tomorrow and leaving undercover by your truck.
Okay. You're still doing the thinking.
Yes, I am. Okay? Stopping at my place. Now remember, no one's chasing us.
But I thought we were going
Oh, for heaven's sakes, will you calm down?
Where are we going?
Now I'm sure every terminal is watched and every road is blocked. Looks like we'll be getting away by truck after all.
But that can't be until tomorrow. What do we hold up now?
In town, your place. Well, look, they don't even know we know each other. And I don't think we'll have to wait until tomorrow for you to take a truck out. I've got an idea. I think we'll be getting away by truck tonight.
How?
Look, I work at the Overdale Trucking Company, too. Remember?
She's supposed to be home waiting for Dr. Kennedy's report on her husband.
She's sure not here now.
Why don't you try and get the door open? I'll get out on all points on her.
quick check through the house showed that Louise Douglas had packed and gone. It was reasonable to assume that $53,000 in bank funds had gone with her.
Yeah, I've ordered all exits from town watched. They'll be on the tail of Douglas's car.
She couldn't have too much of a lead on us.
8 to 5, she's still in town.
Headquarters to 2150.
2150, go ahead.
The lab report shows blow Frank Douglas received was very severe, but did not break the skin. Mean anything?
Yeah, it might mean a lot.
Louise Douglas employed as secretary, Overdale Trucking Corporation, 359 South Courtney.
I'm on my way there. Now, if she gets past us, 53,000 can take her an awful long way. 10-4?
10-4, 2150.
No, the blow sounds like it might have come from a blackjack. That's not a woman's weapon. There's got to be somebody else mixed up in this.
Look, Louise, I don't like it. Jack Edwards is too nice a guy.
So are you, Paul. Much too nice to spend the next 20 years or so in jail. Come on, you better get going. Now, did you pick out a spot?
Yeah, there's an alley over near the yard. He usually passes through on his way home. I'll wait for him there. Look, how can you be sure they're going to assign me his run?
You'll be there. That's what makes me so sure. They can't cancel the run. The truck's loaded with perishables, and they've already got it iced. They've got to move that load. I know. I typed the manifest myself yesterday.
You gotta be here in about 10 minutes.
How long do you think it will take?
I'll be back within an hour. Look, you wait right here. You understand?
Don't worry, I will.
Okay.
Paul.
Yeah.
Do it right.
I'm Dan Mathews, Highway Patrol. I want to ask you some questions.
I'll try to help.
You got a Louise Douglas here?
Louise Douglas? Sure. She works here. Didn't show up today, though.
How long has she worked here?
About 4 months.
Does she mix well with the rest of the staff?
Well, she doesn't have any special friends here, if that's what you mean. She's polite to everybody, but just hard to get to know. Very pretty girl, though. Boys all like her. Drivers, that is.
Oh, the drivers.
Of course, being a married woman, naturally, she won't cotton to any of them.
She's not interested in any particular driver?
No. She's just pleasant and polite to all of them, nothing more. Sticks pretty close to business around this office, she does.
I see. Well, thanks.
I hope I was able to be of some help to you.
I'll let you know. How many?
2. One bound north and one south.
What about the drivers?
Both checked. The first one's a man named Carson, married just 3 months ago.
Who's the other driver?
Name's Jack Edwards, married 6 years, 2 children. A devoted husband and father, according to the report.
Well, that seems to let him out. I could be wrong on this truck angle.
Left about an hour ago. Did he say where he was going? Thanks.
No luck, huh?
I always figured Jack Edwards was one of my most reliable men.
Maybe something happened to him.
That truck's got to get rolling tonight. It's got a load of perishables, and there's a deadline on delivery.
Give him a few minutes more. He'll show up.
I can't wait any longer. Hey, look, Paul, I hate to cut in on a man's off time, but it's like I said. That truck's got to get rolling tonight, and you're the only available driver. Now, what about it?
Well, since you put it that way, I guess I got no choice, huh?
It's lucky for me, Paul, that you stopped by tonight.
Lucky for you, but not me. I had a date tonight. I'll take it out.
Any trouble?
Smooth as glass. Looks like we've got it made.
Not yet. Once we get to Lewiston, we're really on our way. Then we can leave by plane, train, anything.
Don't worry. We'll make it.
Sure we will. Come on, let's go.
Report just came in, Dan. One of the Overdale drivers was found unconscious in an alley near the truck terminal. It was Jack Edwards, slugged. Same sort of injury as Frank Douglas.
Oh, the blackjack again. Is this a driver who was pulling out tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Was he robbed?
No.
Somebody take his run for him?
That's right, a driver named Lawson.
This might be what we're looking for.
Well, we're out of the city. Just past the limit sign.
Oh, boy, am I glad to see the last of that place. Oh, I've got the whole big, beautiful world before me.
You mean we have? Don't you?
Of course, darling. Of course.
There's the license number on the truck.
Thanks. Now, this Lawson, the one you gave Edwards run to, he just happened to be here?
That's right.
Any specific reason why?
None that I know of. It seemed to me that he just had nothing to do, and he stopped by to jaw for a while.
He was scheduled to go out tomorrow night, is that right?
That's right. He had a run heading south. Look, I don't know what this is all about, but this Lawson, he wouldn't do anything wrong. He's a nice fella.
A lot of them are. Where's his route?
Here.
Thanks.
Now, look, are you going to stop that truck?
I sure am.
Well, please, if you can help it, don't hold that truck too long. It's got a cargo of perishables.
We won't detain it any longer than we have to, because what we're looking for is perishable, too.
What's that?
A small fortune. $21.50 to headquarters.
2150, go ahead.
Another APB on Louise Douglas. Believed to be traveling north on Highway 104 in an Overdale Company truck. The license number is... Wait a minute. BE X-ray 84064. The truck's a 4-tonner, dark green in color. Now, use caution when you approach. The occupants may be armed. I'm on my way there now. 10-4? 10-4,
2150.
We'll follow Highway 6 as far as Buell.
You got much of a lead?
Enough. And I hope you're right when you say they. For all we know, we might be following a truckload of vegetables, and that's all. We ought to catch up to them in about 30 or 40 minutes. All right, let's go.
I'm hungry. Let's stop somewhere.
Think we ought to?
Look, stop worrying. We're safe.
Okay. There's a diner up ahead. We can stop there.
Good. I left my purse.
I'll get it for
No,
you.
no, I'll get it. Go on in and order me a sandwich, anything.
Okay.
Please, I'm in a bit of a jam.
Yeah.
Well, that man, that truck driver, he was giving me a lift to Lewiston, but I've got to get away from him. I'm afraid of him.
Glad to come to the rescue. Just happened to be heading that way myself.
Oh, thank you.
Get in.
I left some things in the truck. I'll only be a moment.
You all set?
Yes. Hurry up. I don't want him to see me.
Hey!
Your name, Larson?
Yeah.
All right, open the door.
What for?
I said open the door.
Well, I haven't got anything.
We're going to
there.
search the truck. All right, where is she?
I don't know what you mean.
You're not going to tell me this stuff is yours.
Belongs to a friend of mine. I'm taking it to her.
What's her name?
Grace? Grace Jarvis.
How come the initials on the bag are LD? All right, come on, kid. Where's Louise Douglas and where's the money?
She beat it. She ran out on me.
When?
Just now. A dirty double-crossing.
How'd she go?
Some guys she met in here. They left in a green convertible.
All right, fine. You stay here. I'll radio in for another car before I know it's one of the driver for the truck.
Right.
You live in Lewiston?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Me too. Lived there all my life.
Oh?
What part of town you from?
Well, I'm sort of between homes. I've got to find an apartment.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you can help.
Sure thing, baby. Glad to help. What part of town you want to live in?
Well, I really don't know. Say, how about some music?
Okay.
To bring livestock prices on a parity with the cost of living index level. On the local scene, Frank Douglas, the bank messenger who disappeared yesterday with $53,000 of his bank's funds, has come out of the coma and appears out of danger according to the medical reports. The money, still missing, is believed to have been stolen by Douglas's wife, Louise, who, according to...
I prefer music. There.
By the way, what did you say your name is?
I didn't say.
A green convertible. Tell all units to head south on 104 and intercept. Proceed with caution.
I'm going to stop and get some cigarettes.
Oh, I have cigarettes.
Not my brand. I won't be a minute.
Well, Mrs. Douglas, it's nice to see you again. Let me see your makeup, kid, will you? All right, come on, let's go. The Highway Patrol story next week is a very unusual one. We hope you'll be with us. Until then, remember, the clowns at the circus, they're real funny. But on the highway, they're murder. This is Broderick Crawford saying see you next week.